everyone. Welcome to the Leader's Edge, your path to personal and leadership growth. I'm your host, Steele, alongside my beautiful and talented partner in leadership, Ernelita Dacumos. As certified speakers, coaches, and corporate facilitators, we're dedicated to bringing you powerful principles to fuel your leadership journey and personal growth. Now, whether you're an entrepreneur just starting out, a new leader taking the reins, or a seasoned pro looking to refine your skills, well, this show is for you. We'll be diving deep into personal growth strategies to help you strengthen your mindset and leadership abilities. But before we jump in, a huge shout out to all our amazing listeners. Thank you for joining us each and every week to the Leader's Edge. We wouldn't be here without your incredible support. So now let's get down to business and help you unlock your full potential. Partner Ernelita Dacumos, how are you doing today?
Hi, partner, Mr. Handsome, phenomenal, Mr. Steele. Since we're doing double compliments today, I'm doing great. This is your co-host, Ernelita, also known as Ernio Dacumos. I'm doing great, partner. I totally forgot that we are going live on the show, and here I am on Facebook trying to look for the Leader's Edge. I was like, wait, I am live. But how are you doing, partner? How are you doing today?
I am so fired up and excited today, Ernie. There's a lot of energy in the show today because we have an amazing guest with us. And when we were working last couple of weeks working with her and really learning a lot about her content and what she does, she's fascinating. And I just love the subject we're going to be talking about because it really gets into the inner soul of a person. So, Ernelita, take a minute and tell us a little about who she is.
Yes, and actually, we're going international today. Our guest is tuning in from the other side of the world. She's tuning in Europe, from Europe. So our guest this morning is the beautiful, the gorgeous, I'm not saying her name, but she is an author, international speaker, marketer, energy healer, and the visionary founder of Healing Millions, a global movement dedicated to helping healers build thriving businesses while collecting healing humanity. With 18 years of experience leading marketing campaigns from Fortune 500 companies, she now blends her strategic business expertise with energy healing and mindset work to help heart-centered healers attract clients with ease, earn consistently, and grow without burnout. Through her signature method, the Illuminated Experience, she teaches healers how to build profitable, predictable, and scalable healing businesses without sacrificing their family time or their peace. Please help me welcome to the stage our gorgeous guest this evening to her, Miss Nina Maglik, or Maglik, actually.
Maglik, yes. Nina, welcome.
Hello, everybody.
To the show. There she is.
Excited to be here. Hello.
Oh my gosh. You are
Nina.
Where are you at? Nina, where are you at? You're over in where?
In Vienna, Austria.
Vienna? Oh, wow. Vienna, Austria.
What time is it there now, Nina? Just to, context.
8 p.m.
8 p.m.
8 p.m. Wow.
You are awesome. Thank you for tuning in with us.
Thank you so much, Nina.
Yes.
We look so forward to the show. Yeah, we look so forward to the show. I'm just so excited about it. And especially when we were doing all the content build, it's just fascinating what you do. So Nina, just tell us a little bit about who you are and really how you got into this whole thing of being a healer, how helping people, overcome mindset and all kinds of different things.
Yeah, thank you so much for this opportunity. And I'm so excited to be here today. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Nina Maglik. I'm an intuitive marketing architect, CEO and founder of Healing Millions. I've been working with companies, Fortune 500 companies, creating marketing campaigns for them, leading them. And then 7 years ago, I became very sick. And life had completely different plans for me. And at that moment, I couldn't do anything. I was in such a pain. I couldn't walk. I couldn't work. I couldn't do anything. I had painful cramps every time when I had a cramp. I was paralyzed for 1 hour. I had 5 to 8 cramps per day. It was just a nightmare.
Oh my gosh.
I was trying to find solutions to my pain, spending months and months at hospital, doing all blood tests, all body scans, and nothing showed why I have a pain. And that was a very desperate moment in my life. I was at hospital. They told me, it's going to take us years to find the root cause of your problem. And I said, I don't have one more day to live in this pain.
Oh, wow.
I left the hospital crying, completely defeated. Like I had nothing else to lose. And on my way home, I scheduled a call with an energy healer. And in just 2 sessions, I became pain-free. I had never had that pain again. That changed my whole life. I started learning about energy healing just to really help myself. Like I never wanted to beg for help anymore. I wanted to be able to really help myself anytime I needed. So I started doing this energy healing on myself. People saw my transformation, started reaching out to me. People from different courses started recommending me, the friends and family members, and all of a sudden I was booked weeks in advance. And I remember one day my husband asked me, like, when can we do something? I said, like, in 5-6 weeks, I'm fully booked. I cannot do this. So he said, like, but this is not your business. And then it came to me like, this is a real business.
Oh, yeah.
And I had to really reprogram my mind to see this as a business.
Wow.
Yeah.
And while sorry.
Go ahead.
And while I was building that business, I was building my healing business. I help other healers build their businesses too. And I realized if I want to change the world, if I want to help people, I need to empower those who have these skills so we can together heal humanity. And this is how Healing Millions was born, really with deep desire to change the world and help humanity heal. Because there will be no peace in the world until we heal the parts of us that are wounded. And I know that very well. I grew up in a war, and my country, Bosnia and Herzegovina, suffered 5 wars in 100 years. So we had a lot of things to heal, a lot of generational trauma to heal.
Yes.
So that's why I'm telling this from experience. We need to heal parts inside of us that are wounded. So in order for us to lead the world, to change the world, to make it a better place for everybody.
Wow.
Is this like I based on the content build that we did, Nina, you have a global movement.
Yes.
Can you please expand as to what that global movement entails and how did that come about?
So I really wanted to make healing affordable and accessible to every single person on this planet, because I knew when I needed help, I needed to spend a lot of money to get the help. And I know not everybody has that money. So I wanted to make healing affordable and accessible so that people can at least try it and give it a try and do something and see the results. So we created this beautiful movement, Healing Millions. I created this with my amazing colleagues, students, beautiful movement called Healing Millions, where we have Monday to Friday, every single day, live coaching sessions, like healing sessions on different topics. And we use different modalities. So there's so much for every single person. Like, because very often when we have one issue in our life, we usually have one more or 2 issues.
Maybe
underneath it, yes.
There's a lot we can work on. And that's why we want to offer people the variety of healing methods and topics so they can choose what works for them, what they need help with. And that's our beautiful movement to making it affordable, accessible to every single person of this planet. And I have one more movement. I need to say this. It's the Spark of Joy. This is the initiative I do with another healers. I created this initiative with them. I was asked to create resources for kids who suffered from trauma. And while I was creating resources, I realized these resources can help every single child on this planet. Because what we're teaching them how to heal, how to process emotion, how to feel confident that they are valued, they are loved, they are worthy. This is what we were teaching. And I said, I want to make these resources available to every single child on this planet free of charge.
Wow.
And this is what we did. I have this collective with other healers. We call this the Spark of Joy. Every single healer donated resource for kids to heal. And we are giving that to every single child on the planet for free. The only thing is the parents need to request the access or the organization that represents them.
Beautiful.
Can I have a follow-up question, partner?
Yeah, go right ahead, partner. Right ahead.
So you are a healer now, also helping millions of people heal, right? And the movement that you have is Healing Millions. It's actually a book that you wrote, and it's right next to you.
Yeah, right there.
To all the healers out there that's being reached by our radio show, our YouTube channel, and the Spotify and other platforms. Healing Millions is written by Nina Maglik, and again, you are having firsthand experience of her teachings. But my question, Nina, is when you say healer, when you say healing, what does that entail to someone? Because a lot of people hear it, but it's something that we don't really fully understand. Are there any versions of it? Do you mind expanding, please?
Yes. When I talk about healing, I mostly talk about energy healing. The reason why I'm talking about energy healing is because it was so powerful for me. It changed my whole life. And I will explain why, because it's backed by science.
Yes.
When scientists start researching our bodies, they figure out our bodies are made of organs. Organs are made of cells. Cells are made of molecules. When they start researching the small parts of molecules, there are atoms and small parts of atoms. They found out there was nothing there, just empty space and energy. So we are 99.9999% energy. And not even 0.0001% matter what we see.
Yeah.
you know?
Right.
And that's the thing. And all our emotions, our thoughts and feelings, they are just different frequencies. And depending on what we feel, what happened to us during the life, we can have feel sad, feel angry, feel a lot of things. These are like sadness, anger, guilt, blame, shame are very low frequency emotions that usually what they do, get energy stuck in our body. And over time, that energy blocks develops in an illness because that part of the body doesn't get enough energy.
Absolutely.
And when you feel other emotions like a joy, happiness, bliss, these are the emotions that help your energy flow through you. And that's why people heal much faster when they start laughing, when they have a beautiful experience, when they love, because energy flows easily. And this is what we do. I love energy healing, but because it teaches you how to get attuned with your body, start listening to your body, and start paying attention to what your body is saying to you, and start moving energy inside of you that serves you best. Because if you're listening to me now, you're using your energy. If you're eating, sleeping, whatever you do, you always use energy. And we don't even know about that because nobody teaches that.
That's right.
The only thing what energy healing teaches is how to move that energy that serves you best, and how to help you when you get stuck in your life, and you get, life always happens. Somebody dies, there's illnesses, there are car accidents. There are so many things in our life. When that happens, energy healing teaches us how to deal with that situation. And because you have a choice to stay in that situation for 5 minutes, 5 years, 50 years. Choice is yours. You need to have the right tools to help you get out of that situation faster.
Absolutely.
Wow.
I love this whole thing about energy, because I truly believe that the inspiration that we have from God himself is our energy that he put into us at the creation, at birth. That's all about him. And Nina, correct me if I'm wrong, but our bodies can really heal itself at times, right? And you're living proof of that, because your energy level after a couple of, I want you to talk us through that moment, because that's really, I want our viewers and our listeners to know what took place at that moment, those 2 sessions that you had. I want you to get very real with us and tell us exactly what you were feeling, how it happened, and how you noticed the difference right away. Can you walk us through that?
I will say to you, this is my life before energy healing. I couldn't walk. I had enormous pain in my belly. I was usually in my bed in fetus position, praying to God that pain should stop as soon as possible, because I couldn't bear that pain anymore. That was my life. I was so desperate. When you're in that painful state, you don't like anything about your life.
Yeah.
And the moment when I had energy healing, I have to be honest, I already experienced some energy healing. I was learning about chakras when I was 14. But I never really understood the power of it. I was a teenager at that time.
Right.
So that's why I gave it a try. I said, okay, maybe that's something that can help me. So when I got on a call with that lady, she was in LA, I was in Vienna. She was on the phone. She called me.
Oh, this is over the phone.
Yeah, that was over phone. Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Because energy can
transmit. Yep.
Exactly.
And she told me she's going to do some things. She's going to mute herself, And I was thinking to myself, oh my God, what does she do?
You can't see her. Yeah.
I couldn't see her. I couldn't couldn't hear her. And it was always like the moment I started doubting something, she would unmute herself and say exactly what I was thinking. And I was like, oh, how does she know that?
Yes.
And she was able to, because I know now, because the moment when you connect with somebody's energy field, you see things, you feel things, you know exactly what is blocking them. You can really just say that to them.
Wow.
And she was able to do that for me. And she started releasing things. And she said to me, there were some parts of my past, I don't know, I didn't even know that I was holding on to that. She said to me, you need to let it go. I said, like, if I let it go, I will not be me. That's part of me. This is who I am. And I was like, I was freaking out. And I remember she kept telling me, like, please release it, let it go, you let it go. And I finally said, like, you know, if that's the price I need to pay to be healthy again, I'm willing to let everything go. I just want to be healthy. After the first call, pain was almost gone. I still had pain, but it was nearly so bad that it was like it was before. So after the second healing session, it was really obvious that was what helped me, because I never had that pain again. For the first time, I was able to walk again. I didn't have a pain, and I was able to work again. I was able to live my life, basically. And there was also a moment when I started practicing energy healing, this is what started happening. Like, I started smiling again. I started being really, really happy, feeling excited to wake up in the morning. You know, before that, I was really exhausted, drained. I couldn't really do anything. And after that, I slept less, but I had more energy.
Yeah.
And I was so excited to wake up in the morning. It really changed my whole life. And there was, like, I have a picture before and after. You would never guess that was me.
Yeah, you're operating on a much higher vibration frequency at that point than you when you first started, right?
Yes, definitely changes. You raise your vibration gradually. Of course, you can raise your vibration very high at one moment, but you know, your body needs time to adjust to that frequency. So you can really start vibrating. That becomes your normal.
And that's all just surrendering all of the stuff that you built up over the years, the traumas, the gunk, the traumas, all the inner child stuff that you went through as a young person, because a lot of stuff happens with our programmers. I mean, they're doing the best they can. You know, with my parents, for example, they're like, you know, they didn't have the tools back then. They didn't understand that, you know. So the work that I had to do in my own life, I had to go back and use the tools that we have today to bring me out to where I am more of a transformed person than I was even a year ago, right? So this is just simply amazing to me. Amazing to me. This is beautiful.
Yeah. And that's why I start teaching kids how to do energy healing. Because if you start helping kids at a young age how to deal with their emotions, because they never teach us this in school. They never taught. If you know how to help yourself when you have a heartbreak, when somebody dies, because these are life situations every day, like something happens, that if you know how to deal with that, we could change kids' life forever. Like, if we start healing kids at a very young age, there's going to be a completely new generation that is coming.
Oh yeah.
I love that movement, Nina. I love that movement, because it's something that we don't have today. And knowing that kids, as we already know now, there is a higher societal rate that we're facing right now. So making that second movement that you have as you're launching this first movement, it's fascinating. Thank you so much for doing that. We will need to take a quick break. I feel like we just got started. We just started, and now here we are taking our very first break. Nina just shared the birth of her movement right now, how it all started, how she started with energy healing to now helping healers build businesses, a really sustainable business. When we return, we will dive deeper as to what type of issues or what type of problems they do heal, and she will give us an example of that. But for now, we will be right back to the Leader's Edge.
Do you want to grow a team of transformational leaders who can take your organization to the next level? Do you want to attract, retain, and develop top talent? Do you want to leverage generational insights and improve your employees' communication interpersonal, and productivity skills? If your answer is yes to any or all of these, you are in the right place. Steve Steele and Ernelita Dacumos, hosts of The Leader's Edge, are seasoned coaches and facilitators with Maxwell Leadership Team. They will leverage leadership content, tools, and resources to help turn your leaders into transformational leaders with influence and impact, so everyone wins. This highly effective program not only provides the knowledge and skills necessary to lead, coach, and communicate more effectively, but Steve and Ernie have resources available to impact others throughout your organization so that everyone can be led well. So contact us at pathtoleadersedge@gmail.com and let Steve and Ernie help grow your organization by creating an influence in which others want to engage.
Hey everyone, welcome back to The Leader's Edge. I am Steve Steele with my co-host Ernie Dacumos and our special guest today, Nina Maglik. Wow, what a first session. That went by so quickly. I can't believe how fast that went. And there's just so much more information to unpack, right? There's just so much more to unpack here. But I do want to ask one question before we unpack a little bit what Ernie was saying right before we went to break, because I want to get into that, what type of things are healed. But Nina, oftentimes there's people that, we may come in contact with, and maybe they're skeptical and they don't believe that it can do it. I mean, how do you know to take on a client? How do you know when you take on a client and they really want to be healed?
First of all, I'm not here to convince somebody that energy healing works. That's something they need to seek and they want to be willing to try. That's the number one thing. I'm not walking around telling people, hey, try energy healing, try energy. That's not what I do. Like, I do what I do. People see what I do. And if they're interested, they can come to me and I'm happy to explain it. That's the number one. People who want to try it, and I just want to say to them, like, there's nothing else. There's nothing you can lose. You can just feel happier, because it's not pills. It's not something that we're doing on you. It's just energy. We show you how to move the energy through you. That's it. We're doing this every single day. We're just showing you how to do it intentionally. That's what I teach my clients.
That word.
Just give it a try and see how it is for you, because I noticed from my experience, the biggest skeptics have the biggest breakthroughs.
Yes.
Yeah. So I encourage every skeptic to give it a try. It's going to change your life.
Yeah, I love what you said there, Nina, because honestly, they have nothing to lose. There's no procedure. There's no pills that can have side effects. It's just more so, okay, let's go ahead and do this and see how you feel after. I have done energy healing, probably not as deep as yours, but I've done energy healing and I love energy healing. But that being said, though, there's one specific observation that you've shared with us during the content build, and that's through someone's mindset, right? When someone approaches you and wanted to work on their mindset as far as healing, what is that main problem that you see on them, on these individuals, on their mindsets?
Do you mean healers or just clients, healing clients?
Clients.
Okay. The biggest issue is actually what people don't believe. Why they have all these kind of issues is they don't love themselves and they don't feel worthy of being loved and worthy of having other things. That's the biggest issue I see with people, because when you love yourself, you will do no matter what to make that person happy. And that's true. Like, when we fall in love, oh my God, we want to do whatever we can to make them happy. And that's the thing. It's not their fault. I just want to say, because this is what life taught us. This is how we learn to survive in society. So as I mentioned, like, they don't teach these things in school, and life happens, and we are just told, like, keep moving, just get over it, be strong. Life
Suck
goes
it
on,
up.
blah, blah, blah. And all these things, like, we never have a time to sit and process our emotions. We never have a time to really analyze what is really happening. And what I notice when I work with people spend years searching for love outside of them, but there's beautiful love inside of them.
Yes.
When they discover that beautiful love that is connected to who they really are and connected to their soul, this is where the biggest shift happens. Because there's also one thing that I noticed, so many people who have depression, who have an anxiety, as life happens to us and we have really tragic situations in our life, what happens is actually soul gets out the body. And when that happens, it's really hard to operate here because it's not natural state for your body and for your soul to be like out of alignment. The moment when you get soul into the body, people experience amazing shifts in their life. And it really doesn't take so long. It really takes just a few sessions to help people get in like soul into body, to just they feel the soul. It's here. It's mine. It's okay to be here. And that's the next thing that I noticed. Like a lot of things are happening because we are so disconnected with ourselves. Basically, that's it.
Yeah, so I got a couple of questions here. This is just fascinating to me. Nina, this whole thing about energy and the way that our bodies function and the energy. I want people to understand. I really want people to understand. This is scientifically based. This is not just some woo-woo thing we're talking about. This is scientifically based. And I'm telling you, this is the truth because I've experienced it, and I know Ernie has, and it's scientifically based to so much to the fact that the reality of it is, if you are intentional about it and you really want to do the work, you can be healed. You can actually heal your mind. You can heal your body because it all coincides with each other, raising that vibrational state in your life. And you're so right. People don't learn that when they're young. They have all these traumas coming into their life and different things happening. They don't know how to escape that, how to get past that. And they need to know what that is. Now, the question I have, do you find it, you work with all types of people, men, women, children, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm having a hard time framing this, but
partner, I'm trying to pull the words out of your mouth.
You're doing good. Yeah. So men versus women, which one do you think is men harder to heal than women, for like better words? Or is women harder to heal than men, or what?
Any difference? I just noticed from my work that women are the ones who often seek sessions. Men also do it, but not so often as women. Women talk openly about that, but men are taught to be strong, keep it.
Yes, that's my point.
That's the biggest issue. Like I know that they also want to be healed, and I have a lot of people who reach out to me, men, women. It doesn't really matter. It's just like women are more open to that, and like it's normal to talk about feelings. Men don't talk about.
We don't like to talk about our feelings. Honestly, we don't.
Except for Mr. Steele, he's an exemption to the rule.
I'm a little bit of an exemption, but I've learned that. Right? Because men don't want to talk about it. They're taught, be tough, be strong, work through this, push through. You have to provide. You have to do this, and all those things are very real things, and those things are real. But men, let me tell you something. Men who are listening, if you're struggling with that internal piece of you, if you're struggling with feeling that worthiness. It's inside you already. You are worthy. You are a person of worth. And it's already there. All you need to do is unlock it. Just unlock it. Nina, can you add value to that? Because that's how I truly believe.
It can be really life-changing. Give it a try. I also noticed I have a healing channel where I noticed that 50% of men are watching the videos, but they never reach out.
Yes.
50% women are watching and they're reaching for help, and they change their lives. And I also want to say there are like a lot of us believe, and I was one of them. I believed in so many lies about healing. And one of them, it was time heals everything. If time heals everything, we'll be all fine in 20, 30, 50, 40 years. But we are not.
No,
you're not. Yes.
And there are other things like what I saw that it's in my family. Like everybody behaves this way in my family. This is like passed on me. But very often when you start looking at that, there are some habits. There are some like food they eat. Everything that really has nothing to do with genetics. It's just the like habits they have. And it really can be life-changing to look at that. And for me, it was completely life-changing, because if I check my family, if I look at my family, everybody takes pills for blood pressure. But the reason why they do this, because of the food they eat and how they live and the habits they have. But I don't take any pills. Like, everybody start taking pills in their 20s. And I'm in my 50s, don't take anything. It's just like,
I love that.
It's just, we need to start question more our beliefs we have about healing and what we tell ourselves what is possible, because we are the ones standing ourselves in the way. And I have to admit, I was one of them. I had so many excuses why something will not work on me. And at the end, I start questioning everything. I had no other choice to start questioning every single thing I'm doing in my life to help myself.
Yeah. There's one of the things that you taught us, Nina, and that's your PTR strategy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Would you mind sharing that with our listeners and viewers, please?
PTR is my proprietary method for healing. I call it pain trigger release. Pain is, we always have a pain. That's why we seek help. So we want to find out, okay, what is the pain? What is discomfort in your body? What is the issue in your life? Okay, let's look at that issue. Then let's figure out what caused that issue, what triggered that issue. And very often what we're going to see is unhealed wound. People come to me and say, like, my partner drives me crazy, my kids drive me crazy, all kind of things. But the thing is, people just trigger what is unhealed inside of us. And they are projecting to us. Yeah. And the moment when you start healing, your relationship change, everything change. And I have this pain trigger, and then I use my healing methods to heal. I use different healing methods based on what clients need. I use sacred geometry. I channel the energy. I use rays of lights. You can use whatever you can, whatever you use. It's just really helping you understand the most important moment when that pain started, and go back there and really understanding and setting the intention to release that pain. It's the most powerful thing. I know some people love to use different tools, love to use roses, but it's actually everything. The moment when you say, I'm ready to release, setting attention, let it go, that's the moment that everything changes. And I always love to say to people, I'm not really healing people. I'm showing them where the issue is, giving them tools. And that is the moment this can decide if that they want to use it or not. Because how can I say, I can channel the energy, but if they are not willing to accept it, it's pointless.
Wow.
I love that.
I always say, like, I'm sharing with you what works. I'm sharing with you, like, I can channel the energy, I can give you tools, but the final decision is on you. You need to decide that it's time to heal.
Nina, okay, let's say I've done everything I can. I've done everything. Nothing works on me, Nina. Nothing works. I just can't seem to get past, what's going on in my outline. And now I want people to understand this as well. What is on the outside is a direct reflection of what's going on the inside. And so that's why you have to heal the inside, because you can't heal the outside. And that's what we try to do. We try to heal the outside. But you take a person, Nina, that says, I have tried everything, I can't do it. What do you tell that person?
I would tell them to look at their habits and patterns. Because like, if you start writing down what have you tried and what you really did to help yourself, and all of a sudden you will notice there are some patterns that they repeat over and over again, and then they will have a big aha moment. Okay, I'm sabotaging myself.
Wow. That's amazing, because that's so true.
Yeah, it does. But do you mind sharing, like, an example of a pattern where these clients of yours can see, if I see this pattern in me, then it's probably a trigger that, hey, okay, I'm experiencing this pain because of XYZ.
Yeah, I will say what happens very often is that people don't want to let go of pain because there are some benefits for them to stay in that state. Have conscious benefits. Yeah, it's
like,
for example, I will give you like an example. people have this belief, if I'm sick, I'm getting extra attention. When I was sick as a child, the only way how I got attention was when I was sick. And now they're grown up and having the same behavior as if they were a child.
Wow.
And this is what happens very, very often.
Spiral thing. It just happens over and over and over and over.
Yeah, and that's why very often when people say, I really cannot heal, I cannot heal. The reason is I get attention. Like, look at benefits. What is the real benefits for staying in that pain? Because the benefit must be greater than liberation you have.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely. Wow.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant. Guys, go get the book. If you haven't seen it, it's millions. Is it on Amazon? Do we have it on Amazon?
Yes. Amazon.
Yes. Go to Amazon. Go get the book. Start right there. If you don't know where to start, go get the book. Start right there. Start at the very first chapter. Just move one step at a time toward that healing. Because I'm telling you guys, your life will change. Transformation happens. If you want to be transformed in your life, if you want to heal the things in your life, listen, be intentional. Go out there, get the book, start there. Start right there. Get that book. It's a powerful, powerful book.
Yes, and the link to the book is actually on the description. So if you scroll down on the description, you will see the link to purchase the book. I know we only have a few minutes left. This is going by so fast. I'm curious on one of the healing strategies that you use, Nina. Do you mind? I think I'm more curious on the energy channeling. I know you kind of touched on it earlier. Do you mind expanding on it? What does that look like? What does that do? What do you see as you channel your energy to heal someone?
Okay, I'm happy to share that. I just want to say book is about business. The first part is about mindset, but people who want to heal, I have a free course for them. Get your life back. In that course, I challenge every single belief you have about healing. I love it. And so get the course. It's free. Wow. When I channel the energy, I want to say, I want to try to explain to people, we all have access to unlimited source of energy. That's the universe, God, however you want to call it.
Yes.
So what happens when we have some challenges in our life, we disconnect from that energy. And all of a sudden, we just reuse all the energy that we have in our body and we've become exhausted. Setting attention to connect with that energy, it can be God, the universe, however you want to call it, it's a really powerful way to recharge your energy. And really just imagine, I can do it right now, just imagine a beautiful stream of light from the center of the universe coming to you, going through you, and going deep down in the center of the planet. And it's just really connecting you with the energy of Mother Earth. Mother Earth's energy is so important for us. It's not just like not to fly away to another planet. It has a different meaning for us because of our environment is polluted, our food is polluted, our water is polluted, everything is polluted right now. And that poison puts our cells to be dormant. And when you connect to the energy of Mother Earth, all of a sudden you have that beautiful healing energy that starts to waking up the cells.
Yes. Yes.
And that's how body naturally starts healing.
Yes.
That's a very important thing. When I channel the energy, what I do, basically, I just connect to the source energy and let that energy come through me, and I just give it to somebody else.
Yep.
That's it. Really, you need to open your centers so you can receive more energy, so you can give it to another person. And I just want to say, many healers make mistakes that they just give their own energy. Let me give you my own, let me give you some energy. It's not how we do it, because the moment when you start just giving your energy, you will miss it. You don't do anything good to that person, because you need to channel the energy from the source to help that person heal. Wow. Because if you're giving your energy, you will feel drained, exhausted. You will end up being burnout and sick. Yeah. The moment you start really channeling the energy, just setting the intention that the energy flows through you and opening all your chakras, the whole system for the energy to flow. And that's the moment when you just give energy to another person. And just it's very simple. It's not so complicated. Everybody does it, but they don't know how to just connect to the source, double the amount of energy flowing through. It can even triple it, however you want, and just let that energy flow through.
I know that I know we're ready to go out of time real quick, but I wanted to say, I know that when I'm around a person who's got a lot of energy, I feel better when I'm around that person. Now, I'm not saying they're like hyper energetic and just jumping all over the place, but when you just have that connection, that energy level, is that vibration is just so solid and you feel so good. It brings me up, right?
Yeah.
That's how it starts.
And this is what people don't understand. We are all connected. We are all oneness. And the moment when you start raising your vibration, you help others raise their vibration too. And that's why it's so important that we start working on ourselves. Like when the whole world is in chaos, the most important thing what you can do and what you can do to help humanity is start raising your vibration, because we are all connected. And you immediately help others heal too.
Yes.
Awesome.
Beautiful. Wow.
All right, so we will take another quick break. We just talk about Nina's strategy, the PTR, pain trigger release, and talked about energy healing. We also talked about the not feeling enough, the struggles that people face, and what she sees whenever she has clients. When we return, just like Nina mentioned earlier, the book is about mindset and business. We will now incorporate all these teachings into the business aspect. We will be right back to the Leader's Edge.
Are you ready to elevate your organization with a team of transformational leaders? Do you want to attract and nurture top talent while enhancing communication and productivity across generations? Hi, I'm Steve Steele, co-host of The Leader's Edge, and your coach with the Maxwell Leadership Team. My program equips leaders with essential skills and resources to lead, coach, and communicate effectively, ensuring everyone thrives. With tailored insights and proven strategies, I'm here to help your entire organization succeed. So reach out today at growthinleadership@gmail.com or visit johncmaxwellgroup.com/Steve Steele.
Do you ever find yourself battle with self-doubt? Or struggle with trusting in yourself? Or wishing that you have more self-confidence to go after what you truly want? My name is Ernelita Dacumos, and I know what it feels like to shrink, second guess, and silence yourself. But I also know that you don't have to stay there. You have the power within you to rise, own your story, and step into the confident version of yourself. Through Confidently You LLC, I help women just like you break free from self-doubt and build the courage to thrive in both life and leadership. Together, we will uncover strategies, tools, and mindset shifts to transform the way you see yourself. And if you're ready to stop shrinking and start shining, I would love to help you. Visit me today at confidentlyu.club, because I am a firm believer that confidence isn't just for some people, it is for you.
Hey everyone, welcome back to The Leader's Edge. I am Steve Steele with my co-host Ernelita Dacumos and our special guest today, Nina Maglik. Wow, partner, that was a really, really amazing session, that last session. I love this stuff. I really love this stuff because I know it works. I know it works. It works in my life. I've seen it work in your life. And Nina, so a person decides, okay, I think I want to really help people. I really like to dive in and learn to help people. But how do I build a business on this?
Yes, that's how everybody starts. We want to help people. And a lot of us just start with this big desire to change humanity, to help humanity.
Mm-hmm.
And then we start doing it, and all of a sudden we realize this is not hobby anymore, this is a business. And maybe some of you are going to just start as a side hustle and try to build a business out of that. I always say, like, start where you are, use what you have. Use all resources what you have. You don't have to have a website right now. You don't even know if you're going to do this in 6 months. Like, first give yourself time to try it, go out there, get your clients, start talking to people, And then when you decide this is the right thing, I'm 100% doing this, then go and create website. But right now, at the beginning, you just need to get crystal clear. What do you want? That's the first step. What do you want? Where do you see yourself in 5 years from now? Because if you don't know where you want to go, any road will take you there. And this is the biggest problem when healers come to me. Like very often they try different things. They don't know what they're doing. And then when you ask them, why did you do this? Like my partner said I should do it. Like my friend said that they are building businesses based on someone else's like dreams, what they should do. And very often they forget to ask themselves, what do I want?
Absolutely.
That's the first thing. Like start by asking yourself, what do I want? What makes me happy? Because you are going to do this, not your friends. You are going to do, that's the work. And then start asking yourself who I want to help. Because I cannot really help everybody. I can only help people who want to be healed and are ready to do healing and ready to invest in themselves. And that's the most important thing, who I want to serve and how I want to serve them. How I want to serve them. Like, am I going to have a group programs, membership, one-on-one program? What do I want to sell and how am I going to help that person? These are the 3 most important questions you need to answer before you create anything. Like what you want, who do you want to serve, what you're going to sell. Very simple.
Wow.
Yes. There is an ethic that you mentioned when we were doing the content build. Nina, would you mind sharing that, please?
Yes, especially healers. We want to help everybody. And at the beginning, we like, let me help you. Let me help you. I can do this. And very often we take clients who are not really ready. And this is what I mentioned at the beginning. I'm not here to convince you. I'm here to invite you into my world. It's up to you if you want to join. And this is like at the beginning, people get so excited about energy healing. They walk around and telling everybody, do energy healing. It's amazing. It's amazing. But the truth is, we can only accept clients who are willing to do this work, who are ready for healing. For healing, you need to be ready because it takes a lot of courage to face your fears. It takes a lot of courage to face your trauma. It takes a lot of courage to just even remember things.
Yes.
We cannot force somebody to do this. They need to be ready. They need to say, it's enough. I'm ready. I'm done with this. And then when they say it's enough, I'm done, you can help person. But, don't take clients if you cannot help them. It doesn't make sense. It's going to be hard for you to work with that client and they will not get results because they are not going to show up for the session. And if they don't show up for the session, they will not do the work, they will not get results. And then you have this cycle, and then you start doubting yourself.
Yes.
Oh my God, I'm not doing a good job. The thing is, just take clients who are 100% ready and stop convincing people, start walking around telling people, hey, do energy healing. You need to do energy healing. You need to try it. Tell them what you do, invite them in your world. And it's their decision if they want to do it or not. Everybody has a free will choice. And I also want to say, clients say no right now. It doesn't mean no forever. It just means no right now. Give them time and space, and stay on top of their mind, provide content, stay in touch with them. So when they feel ready, they will reach out to you.
Yep.
Yeah. Ernie and I have a mentor we love very much. His name is Chris Robinson. And Chris says this many, many times. You cannot give what you do not have.
Yes.
Wouldn't it be fair to say that if you want to be a healer, you need to be healing in your own world? Right? You need to go through that process, that work of healing as well. Because how can you help someone else understand what healing is and help give them the tools and the process to move forward if you've never done it yourself or if you are lacking in that department? I mean, does it make sense to you?
Because 100%. 100%. This is what I see people usually do. They learn a few things and they want to share with the world, but they don't apply it on themselves. It doesn't make sense. First, if you want to lead, you need to really look inside of you and see what is out of alignment and change that. I will give you an example. When I started doing healing, I did a lot of sessions. I helped a lot of people. And then I never had an internet website at that moment. I didn't have, nobody really knew that I'm doing energy healing. For 1 year, I was undercover. Marketing things, and nobody really knew what I'm doing. So, and one of my clients said to me, you need to be online. You need to have social media. I said, no, I don't want that. I worked in marketing. I worked for these big companies and they're on LinkedIn. And I don't want them to see what I'm doing. And she said something that was really so true. She said, how can you help your clients to work on fear when you have so much fear being on social media? And she was right.
Wow.
And I immediately stopped everything what I was doing and started really looking inside and healing that part of me. And finally, when I was ready to go on social media, I published on LinkedIn that I have a healing business now. It was a huge step for me at that time. I was like, oh my God, what people are going to say about me. And I remember 7 days after I made that post, I got a card from my master thesis mentor. She was a dean at university, one of my first bosses. We worked on a project together. She wrote me a card and she said, it looks like you found your calling. What can you wish for more?
Wow.
And I cried like a little baby because I
yeah.
realized the only person standing in my way was me. If I want to lead, I need to heal myself first. And that became the number one thing. Before I even have healing sessions in the morning, before I do anything, I need to heal myself. I need to really reconnect myself to this beautiful source energy, ground myself, start my day right to be able to give anybody energy.
Yeah. I love that. And what we're sharing with the audience right now is actually your signature method, which is illuminated experience. One of the first step is clarity. Your second step, Nina, is what is that?
It's about creating I call it illuminated offer. The reason why I call it illuminated offer, when people go through really dark times, our offer needs to be like a ray of light to help them, attract them, to say, hey, let me help you. We are not here to convince anybody, but we need to clearly communicate what we do and how we can help them. I always share with people that I have my RMPP method in that process, which stands for results, message, package, price. And I start with the results. Before we create anything, what are results people can expect from your work? That's the first thing. People usually say to me, I cannot guarantee results. You need to imagine if you have the best client ever, if they show up for the sessions and do the work, they need to get results. What can you do to help them get results? It's start from results. The next step is about communicating that with clients, making it so clear for them that they understand. And this is what so many people do, especially healers. They are talking from the perspective of somebody who has done the work. They use terminology and jargons that people really do not understand. Using shadow work. Okay, what does it mean? Am I healing my mother wounds, father wounds? Like what I'm really doing here? We need to be very specific. The more specific we get, the easier for people to understand what we do and how we can help them. And I always recommend start talking to your clients, see how they describe the problem. So you can use that language to help them understand what you do and how you can help them. Next thing is packaging everything what you do. I always say like the biggest issue with selling just one-off sessions is just you help client. Your first session is really just to connect to the client to see what is the issue. And very often the first issue that you see is not the real issue because there are so many layers to that issue. And the problem with one-off sessions is that you start working with the client and then you don't see them for months. And when they reach out to you, they have the same issue. Because that's the issue just like transformed itself into other area of their life, but it's the same issue. It's the same pattern. And that's why I love to take my clients on a journey and think about, okay, these are the results they need to get. Okay, can I do this alone? Can I hire somebody to help them? Well, let's package this knowledge. And then I don't have to do this alone. I can hire a therapist. I can hire a medium to come into my program and help me do this work because it's not really about me. It's about the client. What does client need?
I love that. I love that, Nina.
It really is based on transformation, not on the number of sessions, because we are providing transformation for people. And when people pay, they pay attention. At the beginning, I made a lot of mistakes. I gave a lot of free sessions. And I always remember one session, one of my friends called me and said, I want a session. So I'm like, okay, I'm happy to do it. But she said, I don't have money to pay you. I said, okay, no problem. This one is of me. We are friends. And I gave her a session. The morning, I saw on social media, she was bragging that she has the new iPhone, the most expensive version of iPhone.
Right.
And I just that moment was the light bubble for me, because if people don't spend money on healing, they will spend money on habits that brought them into situation they're currently in. That's why they need help with healing. And
Oh my
that really
gosh.
started changing everything.
Beautiful.
Nina, this has been an amazing, amazing session. Thank you so much for sharing that. And I'm sure our viewers or listeners are wondering, what are you currently working on and how can they reach out to you and buy the book? The book is already on the descriptions, but what are you currently working on and how can they reach out to you?
So thank you so much for having me on your show. It was so much fun and I really, really enjoyed the conversation. Thank you so much for being great hosts. Thank you. I'm currently working on my big movement, Healing Millions. That's the biggest thing that I'm working right now. In 2027, I'm going to have another event, one big live event in Vienna where 10,000 people come together to heal together, to meditate together. And this is going to be a life-changing live experience in Vienna. Something like this has never been happened in Europe, especially not in Austria. So it's going to be really life-changing because we are changing the frequency of the whole city, changing the frequency. Inside
Beautiful,
Europe.
beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much, Nina. It's just a beautiful job today. Quick sneak peek next Thursday on the Leader's Edge, guys. Listen, we're going to be joined by a powerhouse and resilient reintervention. Wonderful Morrison is her name, as she shares her journey from betrayal to breakthrough. So don't miss this episode of The Leader's Edge, where leadership meets transformation. Nina, thank you so much for today. We greatly appreciate it. You did a wonderful job.
Yes, Nina, thank you so much. And just a reminder, if you find value on our session today, you can find us on Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, and iHeartRadio. Please feel free to subscribe, share, or follow on any of those platforms. And we wanted to say thank you to all of our listeners and friends, because without you, the Leader's Edge would not be possible. We are grateful to have you here and so excited to connect with you next time. For now, bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.